is that would make a speech last longer than Alan's search for a suitable wife. For those who don't know me, I'm Alan's younger, smarter, and all-round better brother, Paul. I've known Alan my whole life.
For those who don't know me, I'm Alan's younger, smarter, and all-round better son, Max. I've known my dad all my life, and surprisingly, I've had more girlfriends than him.
Agree that the bridesmaids look stunning today, but looking at Lauren just confirms that Alan must definitely have a lucrative pension, which he can tap into quite soon given his age.
I agree. All the bridesmaids look pretty hot, and since Alan and Lauren are setting the example that huge age gaps are acceptable, my number is 0781424. Slide to my DMs in 7 years and I'll let you know where I'm at.
When Lauren was born, Alan was entering year 5 at school. When Lauren was starting year 5 at school, Alan was entering his final year at uni.
I never really thought about the age gap before. Luckily my dad's mental age even things up. But he is really old.
Lauren looks amazing, and it's nice to see her wearing a beautiful dress, since I'm used to her wearing the trousers when it comes to Alan. Well, that's not always true. Every now and then, he does wear the trousers, as long as Lauren has picked them out for him.
It's also nice for me to see Lauren wearing a dress, as all she ever wears in the house is gym clothes.
Alan spoke to Max and I before we started planning this speech to tell us that we couldn't mention Krakow 2015 for my stag, Krakow 2022, and also when he pooed the bed on a family holiday to Florida when he was 16. Unfortunately for me, it was a double bed and we were sharing it. I think it's fair to say that Alan has overachieved with Lauren. To use a football comparison, Lauren is like a team who is full of promise, hope, and has a really bright future ahead, where anything is possible.
Is that a bit like Newcastle United?
Yeah, it is. Alan, however, is like a team who peaked around 17 years ago and hasn't really done anything notable since.
Is that a bit like Middlesbrough? Since Lauren properly arrived on the scene 4 years ago, after an initial unsuccessful trial in 2016, she fitted into our family straight away. The first time I met her, she was throwing around insults like confetti at a wedding. She even asked if my dad came with subtitles, as there was an initial language barrier. What do you mean by an initial language barrier? I have 11 years experience and I still don't understand it. Dad also made a really good impression with Kath and Jeff when they kindly allowed Lauren and Alan to move in with them while they were waiting for their new house to be built. Dad reversed his car into the garden wall. I bet that was a smashing experience. At least his car will never get stolen. It is a Skoda after all. Speaking of initial impressions, I remember when I first met Lauren's dad, Colin. It was Christmas time in 2019 and he was kindly offering drinks to everyone. I was all ready to take a refreshing sip of orange when I realised he was actually giving me Bucks Fizz. So if anyone wants a drink at the bar later, Colin is your man.
Alan had been in a cycle of long-term failed relationships most of his life, and we all thought he was destined to end up miserable and alone.
Yeah, Mum said the same thing.
Yes, Alan has been engaged more times than the British Gas phone line. But things were different with Lauren. Alan seemed more upbeat around her and she seemed to bring him to life. They spend a lot of time and money visiting spas around the country, although they do have a lot of choice since there are nearly 3,000 of the convenience stores located around the UK. I spoke to Max about the best way to organise this speech and he was really keen to say a few nice words about Lauren and Alan.
Seriously. I would like to say that I'm so happy that my dad has found somebody he can stay with forever. I'm also happy that it was Lauren that he found because she is kind, funny and just an all-round great person to have as a stepmom.
thank everyone who came on Alan and Luke's stag do to Krakow in August. I think we all realised we were far too old for 3-day benders. On the last night, Alan felt as sick as a Middlesbrough fan after the 2006 UEFA Cup final.
At least you got there.
After a day of drinking and wearing a Sunderland shirt all day, he was bought 5 different shots in his favourite bar, which I think was called Onyx. After a hearty KFC, he proceeded to be sick all over the shared bathroom in our luxury £13 per night hostel.
For the home stag do, I organised crazy golf followed by a McDonald's. I dressed my dad up in a golfer's outfit. However, he needed a golf buggy to move him around, as he couldn't walk due to a mishap on a spin bike the previous week. Some would say he was legless before he even teed off.
Unbelievably, Alan is actually quite successful in his job, despite being unable to follow some of the basic rules of the English language. His spelling is atrocious.
It says atrocious, Uncle Paul.
He's been at Darlington College for over 15 years, and every few months he seems to take over a new department that he knows absolutely nothing about. He's recently abused his position of power and used some of his budget to grant Lauren a Friday working from home in order to keep on top of the house.
Lauren also does really well in her job. She is so dedicated to her pupils that she even answered a Zoom call in Aldi during lockdown. However, that was due to her forgetting that she was supposed to be available for teaching at the time.
As we draw this speech to a close, I'd just like to finish off by wishing Lauren and Alan all the best on behalf of everyone here. You're a great couple, and we wish you a lifetime of love, laughter and happiness. So please be upstanding and raise a glass